All right, guys. Hey, welcome to the first podcast that we're doing here for our Be Epic family. And today, our first guest, I have April Johnson, who is absolutely killing it in the business. She has tons of customers, tons of recruits. She's also a platinum in the business. She's constantly out there selling trials, getting new customers, launching new people. You're constantly bringing also people in April that are going Epic 500, which is the basis of our business. And so we just want to do a quick podcast every single week to deliver, 5-6 minutes of just powerful information that you can take out today and have success in your business. And so I guess the first thing, let's talk a little bit about April. Tell us a little bit about you and what gets you excited about this company.
Thank you, first off, for having me. I feel honored to be the first person here doing this. But I'm April Johnson. I am from Mississippi. I'm a mom of 3 and a wife, and I've been with Be Epic now for a year. I'm just excited to see my team win. I've been multiple places to where only the top were winning and they weren't bringing home paychecks, the people that were bringing in. So it's incredible to see my team winning, my team hitting 500, 1K, and even silver and gold now. So it's really cool watching and helping them learn and grow every single day.
I love that. And April, let me ask you a question. Just while we're here, what are a few of your favorite products?
Elevate, Accelerate, and Be Keto right now. That's my go-to.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay, so for someone that's watching this, and they're watching you on social media, you're obviously crushing it. You're a wife and a mom, so your life is also busy. So it's not like you're working the business 24/7, ignoring the family. But how do you build your business in a way that's fun, simple, and magical?
I try to work in 3-hour increments. I do 3 power hours a day. I do 6 a.m. And I do lunchtime, and then I do late at night when the kids are asleep. I also homeschool. So my life is chaotic at home. So if I can get as much as I can done in those 3 hours without overwhelming myself and without overwhelming my team and everything just kind of flowing naturally, that's what makes it fun, because we're able to change lives and help people in a way that I've never been able to help them before. And that's just fun to me. It makes me very passionate and just fill my life with joy being able to do that.
That's so great. And so if someone's like saying, okay, I'm busy, or I'm homeschooling, or I got a job, and they want to just do something, maybe even just an hour a day, what are some of your tips? What are some of your daily method of operations that you're doing every single day to grow your business?
So for me, it's getting my face out there. It's showing people that, hey, I'm living the life, I'm using the products, I'm being very consistent with it. They see me using them every day in my stories. On live is very important for me, because that's how I grew. My foundation of my business was going live and connecting with everybody. So just engaging and building relationship, it's what it's all about. The more people you talk to in that 1 hour a day, the more people you're going to win. And I tell my team, I say, go out and talk to as many people as you can. If you have an hour a day, talk to 20 people in that hour at least. And that's going to put you at 120 or 140 people a week if you're working every day. That's a lot of people. That's potentially a lot of sales if you're getting all of them into 100% Epic.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so if I'm working with you, and you're like, hey, your challenge, if you only have an hour, you only have 30 minutes, because I'm the same way. If I only have 20-30 minutes to build a business, I feel like I could talk to 20-30 people inside of those 20-30 minutes, especially in this day and age where you can send a quick voice message or a quick text on Facebook, on social media. Now, I know a part of your daily method of operation then is utilizing social media. Can you give us some tips on how someone can use it in a very simple way without being like this mega influencer, just an everyday thing that someone would be doing every single day on social media to attract people their way?
So for me, it's very simple. You need to comment on your people's posts, stay engaged with them. If you're not doing that, you're not building a relationship. So if you are adding new friends daily, which you have to do to grow your audience, engage with those new people. Don't just add them and forget about them. engage on their post. And then eventually that's when you're going to move it into your inbox and be able to just set a strong foundation for the trust. You have to have trust here. And especially with health and wellness products, because it's really hard to pull the trigger on that. I know, because I was there and I was skeptical. But if you have trust, then they're going to believe in you enough to believe in the product. So commenting on their post, getting an inbox, and just staying consistent. It's really nothing crazy that I do. I just keep it simple, and I just focus solely on those relationships and loving on my people. Like, it's nothing crazy.
I love that. That's so great. Okay. And so then, what happens if, let's say you know, am not getting people coming to me? Now, for example, for me, when I started this journey, I didn't have people coming to me. I had to go reach out to people. What are some things that, just something simple that someone can say to pique an interest? Or what would you do if you're like, hey, I want to reach out to a few people, but I don't know what to say? What are some things that you would say?
So for me, I don't like to say I have a cold market because I keep them warm. But if I'm reaching out as a newbie, I would just message someone, obviously using voice text so they can hear the passion and excitement in my voice, and just be like, hey, Ricky, I'm really excited about what I'm doing here. I would love to show you a couple of things and show you how I've changed my life. Would you be interested?
Simple as that.
Yep.
That's
Get them
simple.
in 100% Epic, tag them in the information. I also like to go in and ask them, what can you use the most from High Nutrition, weight loss, collagen, whatever the product is that is your favorite product. If you tune in on what your favorite product is, you're going to most likely only promote that product, right? So focus in on that and tag them in the tools that we have for you for that specific product. So that's what they're there for.
And it's like the less you say, sometimes it's better, because your goal is to really get them into the 100% Epic page, because then they see the bigger picture, they see all the testimonials, and all of a sudden they're like, wow, April, you're right. Like, what is this? Right? Like yesterday I had someone do the same thing where I've been asking her to see if she's open for some time, and finally she's like, yeah, add me to your community. And literally hours later, she placed her first order. So it's really awesome to be able to just say something so simple like, hey, look, I'd love to share with you what this ketones has done for me. Could I add you to a community? I think one of the leaders says happy community. So whatever you want to say, you can add them to the group, tag them in a few things. And with that, I'll just ask you like one last thing, which is just leave us with some tips. What are some April Johnson tips before we wrap up this podcast?
Be you. Be genuinely you, because that is what draws your following and your people to you, is just sharing your life, share your journey. Don't be scared about what they're going to think or what their opinions are about your journey. Trust me, I've gotten a lot of hate about being very open and honest about my journey and my weight loss. But you know what? The people that you are impacting by doing that is way more valuable than any of the hate that you could possibly get. Because it's going to come when you start building a following, it's going to come, and you just have to block it out and respect your timing and respect that some of the people that you may be talking to may not be ready to pull the trigger because they're not ready mentally. And I had to really tune in on that, because it took me a long time to be prepared mentally to try the products myself. So I have to remember that as well, that as a customer coming in, they may not be ready. So don't get discouraged.
That's so huge. Number one, be yourself. And number two is allow the process to work for you, because you're right. I mean, so many times we don't know what someone is going through in that specific moment, and if I'm reaching out to April and she's not really being receptive to my messages, instead of being like upset, be more understanding. Everyone's coming in at their own time. Keep being yourself. I love that. April, thank you so much. I hope you all got some value from this. We're going to do this every single week with a new leader, and April Johnson's the first one. So I appreciate you so much. And this podcast is officially over.